fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact don't ask, grab reactions, jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off, we had Izuku Midoriya. And what is currently happening? Now, Midoriya, he has been very busy. Now, let us be a little bit brief. After killing Emperor Morse, he found that the universe that was under his rule is now free. However, there were many planets who did not want to be this way. Did not want to be pulled into independent space. Many of them benefited from this, yes, but they still did like the way things were, because it was a lot more simple and civilized. If a problem did pop up, they had a force that would solve it. And without Morse there anymore, this means that they basically have to put their own problems and take them into their own hands. Now, with that being said, this was also very new. Some people welcomed the change. However, people have lived under it for so long, certain civilizations were hesitant, and are currently talking with the Galactic Federation, as we will call it. Now, we do also have the Galactic Patrol, who is now a part of this very large force. Communications and technology being spread all around the galaxy, along with various things happening all at once. Now, we do actually cut to Midoriya, as he is sitting down on a planet. It has been 2 months since we have last seen him. Actually, let us say 3. And Midoriya is sitting there in a chair, explaining once again to this man that if he does not comply, then things are going to be getting a whole lot worse. We will not comply. I do not care who you say you are. Our species and our planet, we need those vital resources. We are the biggest manufacturer of metals this side of the galaxy. In fact, everything that is pulled from our mine is exchanged for food, water, and resources. In fact, this planet is so hot and deserted that we cannot even grow food. You have to understand, we benefited so much. Yes, I do. But you're also forgetting something. Now, Midoriya actually brings up his finger and opening up his eyes, saying they can exchange their steel and other resources for more things at their own price. And, in fact, renegotiate terms of deals to benefit their people more. Now, Midoriya and the man do go back and forth. Before Midoriya does actually tell the man one thing. He is at a final straw. They have been debating this for 3 hours straight. And the man actually brings his hands up and apologizes to Midoriya, explaining that he is just trying to do what is best for his family and for his people. He must understand. Midoriya actually powering down, before saying that he does. However, that does not excuse him for what he is currently doing. He still needs to know that everything going on is still part of independent space. In fact, now you can renegotiate and actually talk with different species. They might need your metal more than anyone, and in fact, they might have different things to benefit your culture. Now, this conversation does go on for a little bit more. Before Midoriya does actually do one thing. He stands up without saying a single word, and walks outside. The man following Midoriya, to which he just brings up one of his fingers, and he fires a beam, the beam flying off into the distance, and going towards the biggest mountain on the planet, as that mountain suddenly explodes, and the planet somewhat does begin to shake, as Midoriya still stands there with his finger up, and the mountain that he was pointing at is now gone. Midoriya turning back around and looking at the man, saying that their debate is over. He is now a part of independent space. The Empire is gone. Morse is dead. And if he does have a problem with that, he will perform one of his duties early. One of your duties? Midoriya turning and stating that yes, his duties. He is the god of destruction after all, at least in training. Once the actual god of destruction wakes up, he is going to fight him for the title. And whenever he beats him, he will then become a god. If he cannot decide within that amount of time, then he will come back here and destroy their planet before he does actually disappear. Now, Midoriya does actually reappear back on planet Earth before doing one thing, beginning to pull this armor over his head and drop it to the ground, as he just simply walks over and sits down and drops the facade. Ah, jeez. This is just becoming a hassle now. Oh, hey Midoriya. Midoriya turning and seeing Mina, who is out back and currently training. Her actually sitting down a set of the weights that Vados made for her, slowly setting them down before slipping her hand out from underneath them, as they do somewhat make a very loud thud hitting the ground. And you also do have Momo, who actually does also come walking around from out of the kitchen, asking Midoriya exactly what is he doing here. Oh, sorry. I'm a bit late, guys. Late? You've been gone for a little bit of time. I've only been gone for a couple hours. No, I think you've been gone for a couple days. What? But I left at like 8 o'clock this morning. No. You left last week. Midoriya suddenly freaking out. Now, for those of you confused, on different planets, time passes differently to the person. Now, I did want to throw that out there, because I do think that that is very interesting. Anyways, now then, with that being said, Midoriya immediately takes flight, and does actually go to head towards Japan, or closer into the city. Him actually going to look for a house before he does land and run in. As soon as he does do that, he actually does find David's shield and his daughter Melissa. Melissa actually looking at Midoriya as she does actually somewhat get a bit angry, asking Midoriya where has he been. Sorry, it's hard to explain. Try me. I was on a planet and I thought only a couple hours passed. Oh. Yeah, I heard that happened to someone else in the Galactic Patrol. Oh, so you understand? You're not angry? No, I can't be. But anyways, you've been gone for a bit of time. Yeah, my bad. Midoriya actually turning to look at Mr. Shield, who is still surprised at seeing Midoriya standing in front of him, as he does go to ask him a bit of questions. Midoriya answering them truthfully, talking about how, whenever he was a young child, he was still human. Then he used the Dragon Balls and made himself a Saiyan, and decided that he wanted to protect Earth. That was whenever he destroyed the Saiyan threat as a child. David actually asking about what happened to that man. He was a very scary individual. And Midoriya actually state that the man was actually executed on planet Sadala. David, almost spitting his tea back into his cup whenever he went to go drink it. As his eyes actually do go wide. Uh, oh, oh my. Don't think about it too much. Besides, then there's the Saiyan Civil War that was ended in the last, well, over a decade ago. And then there's many other things. In fact, what was it? That war went on for a couple 100 years. I think a couple thousand, actually. Him still impressed. As Melissa tells Midoriya that they do need to leave. She was just stopping by real quick for a quick visit. And she was actually going to go out shopping in a minute. Oh, I'll help you. Don't push yourself too much. I'm aware, Midoriya. Besides, you don't need to help me with every little thing. I am augmented too, after all. Well, yeah, but still. You should be careful. In fact, are you sure that that's even healthy for the baby? Midoriya, I said it's fine. Augmentations have been around long enough for us to have studied cases like this. Besides, these are bio-augmentations. I'm basically human again. Okay. Well, I'm still just worried. David, laughing a little bit and saying that Midoriya sounds like a caring father. He knows what that's like. Then again, he's still confused. Midoriya's how old? 36? 37? Almost 37, actually. Amazing. You still look like you did 10 years ago. Yeah. Saiyan Saiyan genetics and all that, you know? I won't start rapidly aging until I'm 80. Really? Interesting. I believe that there actually might be a skin cream sort of like this. I've heard about it before. Oh. Okay. Now, the two do quickly leave. As they do actually go out shopping. Midoriya basically carrying around a giant truck's load of things. Baby stuff and stuff that might actually be needed for regularized shopping at Midoriya's house. Before Midoriya does use instant transmission and take all of it home, along with Melissa. Now, with all of that, Midoriya actually does kiss Melissa and said he has to actually leave. Do you want something by real quick? Well, sorry, I'm very busy. Besides, with everything going on, I'm basically jumping around in the universe right now. I was actually over in South Galaxy. Really? And how's everything going on there? Well, actually, people are a lot more, well, intrigued at claiming their independence from Morse. Especially after he did kill them all. So they weren't troublesome? Not really. Then again, it's more or less the heart of his empire. They just don't want to stop shutting up about him. I see. Now, well, that Midoriya does disappear. And he actually does get done with a few more of his assignments before he actually does decide to head to another place. Him popping onto Vados' planet. Before Midoriya actually does somewhat take a deep sigh of relief. Finally, he's gotten all that done for the day. So he can actually train now. Now then. Midoriya immediately just gets out of his clothes, heading to the room he does actually have here, and putting on a training uniform. Before actually trying to find Vados. As you do actually have Bakugo and Kirishima. both facing off against each other, with her in the middle, stating that she is going to be judging all of their movements. Anytime she has deemed some of them to be unnecessary, she is going to go on the offensive. Now, Midoriya does actually watch all that happen, as he himself does actually begin to power up. Now, Midoriya himself has gone through the Super Saiyan God ritual, and awakened his own power. Now, Midoriya, as soon as he does turn Super Saiyan God, he rushes in, eager to get to training. Now, after he does actually rush in, he goes on the offensive. Vados actually spinning around and dodging, before trying to attack Midoriya, her flicking him on the nose as she sends him flying backwards, informing Midoriya that once again he is late. Now, Midoriya actually is trying to explain. She needs to try playing diplomat to many other planets around the universe all at once. Besides, he went to every galaxy today, 5 times. Even then, I don't know why I have to play diplomat. Because, Midoriya, you are the god of destruction after Beerus. So, let him take care of this stuff. Her actually getting a bit more stern, telling Midoriya that Beerus doesn't even have to take care of that. In fact, Midoriya was also doing that so that he can at least have good relations and judge a planet. He did follow her instructions, correct? Yeah, Vados. Still, it's a bit much, don't you think? Not necessarily. You still have yet to destroy your first actual planet. Yeah, fine. Maybe the next one. Are you certain? No, I don't know. I could go for the next one, but even I'm not too sure. But I did almost come close to the last one. Interesting. However, I do not believe that you would have. You are not being truthful. Kirishima and Bakugo rushing towards her blocking their attacks before going on the offensive, and quickly attacking both of them within an instant. As she does actually continue on. Now, Midoriya actually does rush towards her, and the four actually do commence an intense sparring session. As this is all going on, we also do actually have Bakugo, whenever they are all done, talking and asking Midoriya about exactly what's been going on back on Earth. Oh, not much. Melissa's pretty far along in her pregnancy right now, and, well, what is it? It's still peaceful. In fact, I did actually hear about something. What was it? I think it was whenever I was shopping with Melissa. Something about new technologies being discovered or recreated. It's weird. It's like, we're reverse engineering some tech right now. I'm guessing that one tech head girl from UA is probably having a field day right now. Oh, Bakugo, you mean Hatsume? Oh, was that her name? Yep. Anyways, I'm guessing she is. Now, Bakugo, he actually does somewhat get surprised whenever Kirishima does actually ask him a question. Which does actually surprise Midoriya himself. Kirishima asking Bakugo exactly how's Kendo doing with the baby and all. Midoriya actually being in shock. Baby? You're having another kid? You didn't need to know that. Besides, it's none of your business. None of my... Bakugo. Wait, is that why she couldn't fight against Morse? Don't worry about it, dude. Wait a minute. That was 6 months ago. She was pregnant at the tournament? Yeah, okay, fine. She was. Besides, Kirishima, what about you? Don't you have a girl? Hmm, oh, uh, not really. I mean, there was this one chick I met, but she's kinda gone. Ouch, buddy. Yeah. Turns out apparently Saiyans aren't her type. Oof. That's gotta be a hard one. Now, these three are joking around for a minute. Before you do have Vados, who informs them that their break time is over, and that they do need to get back to training. Now, with that being said, they do just that. And eventually, during their sparring match, they are a bit too loud. As we do cut to the inside of the palace, or a room, where an alarm clock is going off, before it suddenly explodes. And a particular feline does actually get up. Him getting onto his feet. Yawning and rubbing his eyes. He is still very tired. Now, with that being said, Vados, she actually did inform everyone to simply do one thing. Everyone needs to stop sparring and actually go clean themselves up. Now, after she said that, she disappeared. This confusing all three of them. As Midoriya did actually listen to her. Him going to head for the bathroom. Now, with that being said, she actually does reappear in front of Lord Beerus, asking him exactly how was his nap. Ah, Vados. My nap? It was very good. However, I don't know. I could have had better, but it says something keeps disturbing me. What do you mean? I don't know. It's like it's like an alarm clock is trying to go off, or it's just something massive. Has anything new been happening since I've been asleep? Ah, yes, well, Lord Beerus, a lot of things have been going on. However, for right now, I believe that we should prep you a meal. You must be hungry. Now, Beerus actually does agree, as he goes to eat. Now, with that being said, everyone has already gotten cleaned up, and Vados is informing him of a few things. These civilizations went extinct, these ones were rediscovered, and the current Emperor of the Universe, Morse, has been defeated. Beerus, quite surprised at hearing that last part, asking exactly when the hell did that happen. Oh, well, roughly 6 months ago. What? Is the warrior who did still alive? Yes, they are actually. In fact, they are here on this very planet. On my planet. So, are you trying to replace me, Vados? Well, actually, Beerus, this particular person is very interesting. They, her saying their age, and then saying that they are a Saiyan as well. A Saiyan. Interesting. Exactly when did a Saiyan get as strong as Majin Buu? Oh, Lord Beerus. He does not go by Majin Buu anymore. Yes. In fact, he called himself Morse. And, to even more of your shock, do you want to hear something? Um, What exactly are you hiding, Vados? Well, Morse isn't even in the other world. He was defeated using Hakai energy. What? Destroyer energy? So you are behind this. You're training my replacement. No, Lord Beerus. We've just been provided with an extraordinary individual. And in fact, he's inspired a whole lot more. Now, with that, let's say Bakugo actually has come walking into the room, and Beerus mistaking him for Midoriya, asking the Saiyan exactly when did he defeat Morse. Who the hell are you? How dare you talk to Destroyer like that? I should erase you from existence right now. No. Morse? What was it? We we did a ritual where I turned into a god, and then I fought him. I lost, but Midoriya beat him. Midoriya. What is a Midoriya? It is one of his names, Lord Beerus. I believe that to be his last name. His first name is Izuku. Alrighty then. Her actually pulling up on her staff some of the events that were played out, as he's actually being to watching as Bakugo is fighting him in space. Then, you actually do have, on the planet, whenever the other person does actually show up, and punch Morse in the back, before Morse was actually split up into two different people. And Midoriya, he begins to dodge attacks, and attack with only his left arm. Beerus quite surprised. An individual holding their own against Morse. Plus the way he's moving, the way he's attacking. There's no hesitation, there's no time to. Vados, is this... Yes, Lord Beerus. This is Ultra Instinct. But that's not possible. A mortal? Achieving the power of a god? This technique. Even I haven't been able to do it. Yes. That is why I did say that this mortal was special. Now, shall we go to him? Lord Beerus getting up and going to walk away. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. I will catch you guys in the next part.